Welcome, folks, to the question and answer session for the 5th anniversary of my Let's Plays. Put that cookie down! And we shall be doing it to a random world that I create on Minecraft. Because, why not? Basically, how this is going to work is that I've looked through every single PM that I got for questions. And questions that were commonly asked, I have collated into 3 categories. That is general Let's Playing questions, general game questions, and general questions. There are also some questions that specific people asked me that I would want to elaborate on specifically. So, some questions weren't answered. Some questions I decided that I didn't feel like answering because they were too personal or they cause arguments or anything like that. And some questions were repeated or were vaguely answered by other questions. So this is the general Let's Playing questions video. I'm actually going to split these up into different videos. Let's create this, the hardcore Minecraft world. Let's create a new world. We shall call this Q and A world. There we go. No specific requirements. Let's go. Let's see what kind of world we get first before I start doing anything. I hear lava. I'm right next to a jungle. That's nice. Right, let's go get some wood while I have a look at the first question. The first question is one that a lot of people asked. Why did you start Let's Playing? Well, the main reason I started Let's Playing was from watching other people Let's Play. The main person to RP Genie was his name. He was a Let's Player who really did role-playing games, and to be very specific, he did Might and Magic. That's all he did, really. He did Might and Magic and a few other things. He was very funny. I always found him very amusing. And pretty much, he was the one that showed me, well, Let's Playing, because I watched it. And then I thought to myself, maybe I could do this. But I didn't know what to play at first. And then I had a spark of durr when I realised that there's Lands of Lore. And the thing about Lands of Lore is that no one else had done it at that point, really. So I was a bit stunned. I'm like, no one has Let's Played Lands of Lore? At all? It was unusual. That's a very tiny jungle. Do see some cocoa seeds there, though. So, ooh, and there's some reeds. And I thought I'd just do it. It took me a long time to get my computer set up to actually do Let's Plays. More reeds here, though, this is better. And when I eventually did it, I just started uploading tons of them. I tried to get my dad to watch them. There's the lava. And he wouldn't, he really didn't get into them that much, and I really just did it for myself, and just to show people Lands of Lore. And then I found that people actually started watching it, which was something I really didn't expect. You know, you don't actually expect people to watch your videos. Not at that point. Not at all. So I just decided to keep going at that point. Started Let's Playing for the same reason I really Let's Play now, is to play games and show people things that they haven't seen before. Or just now entertain them. And myself, of course. If you're not entertaining yourself while you're doing it, why are you doing it? Okay, question number 2. This one was also asked a fair number of times. Why Kikoskia? What made you pick the name Kikoskia? How did it come to exist? Well, I can answer that question by going back in time a little to when I was about 12 or 13, I don't remember the exact date, and I got my copy of Baldur's Gate, which I still have, the 6 CD version, with the Tales of the Sword Coast. Changing CDs on that. Oh, it took ages back then. And pretty much ooh. Okay. But, I needed a name for my first character. you know what it's like. You make a character, you need a name for them. And, being slightly unoriginal, okay, pretty unoriginal, the first name for my character was Abaddon. Not that fantastic, I know. I'm sorry. But, the second name, I was a bit stuck, so, you'll be embarrassed to hear that I just mashed the keyboard randomly until, I think, K-I-K-O-S came out. And then I sort of just stuck, Kia at the end, and then it became Kikoskia. And I pretty much stuck with that. Kikoskia has been my persona on lots of things. And, you know, that's pretty much how it's always been now, and how it's stuck. I've stuck at being Kikoskia, and I am now Kikoskia Online most of the time. So, it's not really an extraordinary story. I've not took the name from anybody, I just made it up. Made it up from my own things. And that's pretty much how that story goes. That's Kikoskia. That's me now. What's killing that squid? I don't know. When you started uploading Let's Plays and such, were you influenced by anyone? Well, a tiny bit of it was sort of RPG-y, but no, mostly it was just me. The reason I say that is because I just developed my own strange, quirky style based on myself. There's not really much you can do otherwise. I mean, you just kind of do things your own way, and it's the best way to do anything. Just do things how you do them. We started uploading Let's Plays, so I just developed my own style. You can see it if you watch Lands of Lore, that I slowly developed this peculiar method of doing things. And eventually the personality takes shape while I'm playing, and culminates in, I think by the time we get to beyond Lands of Lore, beyond the first 4 Let's Plays, then it really, like, grabbed on, I think. I think by then I got what I wanted as my style sorted. Sorry, pigs. Actually, you are some of the few. No, there are more than 2 pigs. We'll be fine. I need your meat. I need your meat. Thank you. I need that. Or else I will die. So, next question. Why do you like video games so much? Well, they're fun. I enjoy video games as a source of leisure. It's like, it's entertaining to play video games. And as such, I continue to play them. As long as video games continue to entertain me, I will keep playing them. Some people like sports and other things. Me, I like video games. And that's pretty much it. There's not much of a in-depth reason about that. I just enjoy playing video games. Also, it's already getting dark. Well, at the very least I can... not really. There isn't any lake here. Unless I put some dirt here. Actually, a good plan. Put some dirt there. Generate some capability to actually grow some goddamn food. Because there are plenty of potential seeds here. Okay, next question. What was the first game you played? Now, I'd have to go by what some people said, which is what is the first game you remember playing? Because my dad owned an Atari 2600 when I was very, very young, but I, for the life of me, do not remember playing a single one of those games. The first game I remember playing, though, it would probably have to be a game called Pac-Mania for the Amiga 500. God, getting an Amiga 500 back in the day, I do actually remember getting that thing for Christmas. I don't think it actually worked. I think we then had to send it back. I don't think any of us were impressed that it had to be sent back. I think we wanted to play it there and then for Christmas, and it just didn't work. I think my dad was the most annoying of all of them, because he probably spent all that time trying to get a hold of one, and then it didn't work. So, Pac-Mania. It's quite fun. I still enjoy playing it every now and again, just loading it up. It's a Pac-Man game where you can jump, which makes Pac-Man interesting. I mean, he normally doesn't jump, so you can jump over ghosts. But to counter that, some of the ghosts are actually faster than Pac-Man. So you really have to jump over them, or else you will just, well, die. Quite horribly, usually. That's always a memory if you've played Pac-Man of dying. 2, 1. Well, we need one more bit of seed, don't we? Let's find some more seeds. There's one. Excellent. Here we go. A basic farm assembled. So, next question. Oh wow, actually playing this with some food at the start of the game. Nice to know that there's actually food in existence. Let's make make a sword before we do the next question. Go, wooden sword. Time to strike. Not really. Any saplings dropped from any of those things I smashed up? No. Oh well. Well, the night time is always a good time to do questions anyway. Next question. What was the first game you bought on... No. We'll do that one. What was the first game you bought on PC? Well, that's easy. It was a Stonekeep demo disc. Back in the day when they'd actually sell demo discs on in game stores, Electronics Boutique specifically. I bought it in. Stonekeep demo had the first 2 floors. That's all it had. It had the very first floor and the other floor afterwards, and that's all the game had. And I loved it to bits, and always got killed by the Throgs. I think they are. Yeah, someone will bring that up if I've got that wrong. So, and then later, much later, I think we'd visited France at one point on a, my parents went wine shopping in Paris, or France, in a giant French wine store, discounty store thing, and on the way back on the ferry, they showed that they bought me the Stonekeep game in its box. We don't have the box anymore, but I still have the game, and I still have the book that came with it. The novella. So my first game, Stonekeep demo disc, technically counts as a game. What do you think helped you gain the most exposure on YouTube? Well, it sounds odd considering so many people ask me the question, but I didn't really do anything to gain exposure on YouTube. I just uploaded videos quickly, and I constantly kept doing it. I mean, I just uploaded videos. A few people probably looked at my videos and found them, and then they told their friends, and I think very slowly I gained subscribers. I didn't exactly gain them quickly. Although, I think in 1 year I went from 1,000 to 10,000. It's like a snowball effect. When you have subscribers, you get more subscribers, because people expose other people to viewership, and I didn't get other Let's Players to shout out for me, and I didn't get people to... Like, I didn't do collaboration Let's Plays with people so that I could get exposed. I just did what I did. And I got people to watch because of it. People just watched my videos. So, I don't have the magic pill on telling you how to gain exposure, because all I did was upload videos regularly. People like regular. Like, some people... I think I'm one of the few people that does upload on a regular schedule, Most people just upload when they've done videos and they have one to upload, and some people, yeah, I just have a schedule. Next question. What got you Let's Playing obscure games? Nothing specifically. Just the kind of games I got exposed to in my youth. I mean, I played a lot of PC games, I played a lot of Amiga games, we played an NES too, which we got when we were young, and but I suppose if any one thing got my influence in that, it was the fact that we had a main PC, a main gaming PC, which I played on for a long time. It was a P75 to start with, and oh my, did they have objections when I had Doom 2 and Duke Nukem 3D installed, and then I wanted to install something else. They were like, we only have 150 megabytes of hard drive space. Most games are like 30 megabytes each. And eventually my dad started building, because when they had computers that were too old, they built computers out of it. They just went, you can have these parts. And my dad built me at first a 386, which couldn't even run Command and Conquer on the easiest settings. But when I got my P100, the gaming world just opened up. I used all kinds of things to get games. I mean, I played all kinds of games on that thing. Games that were too, weren't powerful, I couldn't run my really good games on there. So I had to run games like Tyrion and Command and Conquer and all sorts of things like that, and I just played loads of old games, and oh my, did I get so much exposure to old games there. My main computer was always a few steps behind the normal computer, until when I was a lot older and I got a really nice computer. And that was really good, but until then, yeah. That was basically how I got it, but it's just the kind of games I enjoyed playing, really. That I play obscure games, as people would call them. Could you tell us which LPs have made you seriously consider just dropping them out of frustration? Action 52 did that for a very, very long time. Action 52 did that for a very long time. Storm Over the Desert was not an enjoyable experience. It really wasn't. Not many games have actually made me want to give up. Daikatana got close sometimes, but Daikatana ended up breaking itself. Really only Storm Over the Desert had caused me any significant problems. And Action 52 in general just made me just look at it and go, there are 52 of these in each game? Ugh. Next question. What is your most embarrassing moment in one of your Let's Plays? Ultima 7. Specifically, not talking to that one NPC Intrinsic, which meant that I couldn't carry on the main plot. Of course I was anyway, and did anyway, decide to go and explore ridiculously and murder and kill everyone. Is that a slime? That's a slime. What's a slime doing here? But yes, exploring Trinsic and like not getting that one NPC. Ah, slime attack! Like not getting that one NPC, and thus stalling my ability to continue playing. That was a bit silly. And had I have talked to everyone in town, I could have just carried on playing and saved a few videos. But Ultima 7 was what it was, and it ended up being unusual, and I enjoyed playing it, but that was very embarrassing, not talking to that one man. Your knowledge of games is extensive. Do you use an FAQ walkthrough to help you out? If I need one, yes. I'm not going to lie in the fact that I know everything about games. If I need a walkthrough to figure something out, I will consult a walkthrough. And sometimes, when I've really got stuck on games, I've had to use a walkthrough fairly extensively. I do like to try and find things out myself, but ultimately, if I need a walkthrough, I'm going to use it. Mainly from Ultima 7's experience. I didn't want to end up in a situation again where I was spending ages trying to figure one part of the game out. And if I, like, sometimes now if I end a video and I haven't figured something out, I will look up how to progress, because I don't want to spend 5 more videos trying to figure out that I have to pull switch 1 and then switch 2 to get out. How do you record videos? Well, for advanced video games that require graphical input like Minecraft here, I use Fraps. Just Fraps. And everything plugged in through my splitter. If it's a simpler game, I use Stereo Mix with Hypercam 3. And when people ask me what I compress with, used to be that I do more advanced games with Windows Movie Maker and more basic ones with Virtual Dub. Now I just do them all with Virtual Dub. The more advanced games means that they're bigger, but the video quality's usually better. That's why you've started to see some high quality, high definition videos from me, just because I've been compressing them with Virtual Dub. And that's pretty much, yeah, that's pretty much how I record. Do you use emulators or real consoles when playing your games? Well, when it comes to the PC, you have to use the real thing, but when it comes to everything else, tend to use emulators. I own the game itself, but I tend to emulate the games. Yeah. I need you to die. Stop jumping. Come kill me. Goodbye. Anyway, I tend to use emulators rather than anything else. Convenience sake, really. It's just easier to use emulators than to hook up a real console and capture card. I understand that if I want to do a really advanced game, I wouldn't be able to do that, because, you know, it would be difficult. That's an Enderman. Huh. Enderman already? Okay. Which one am I on? According to a website, you have been partnered by Machinima. Is this true? Yes. That's a pretty simple answer to a question, but yes. I am partnered with Machinima. What was the most difficult game to record? Lands of Lore 3. Hands down, Lands of Lore 3. There was no reason why Lands of Lore 3 should not have worked, but I just could not get it to run on my computer at all at the time. And I trawled forums and bulletin boards and everything. I tried every single possible method I could think of to get that game working, and it just would not work. And then, just on like a stone's throw attempt, I tried it on my dad's computer. And his dad's computer was not as powerful, but my dad's computer I could record on it, I found out. But it actually ran Lands of Lore 3. And this was the days before good old games, so I didn't have a DRM optimized version of Lands of Lore 3 to fiddle around with. I had to get this working myself, and wow. Like, when I got that working, I was jubilant. And I put that video up saying, I've got Lands of Lore 3 working, expect a Let's Play at some point. And then I did the Let's Play, and some people probably wish I didn't Let's Play it, because I'm sure everyone was, deep down, disappointed with Lands of Lore 3. Lands of Lore 3, by far, the hardest game to Let's Play. By a long, long way. Very, very difficult, but I eventually figured it out, and I was glad I did. Will you ever upload one video of each game you're playing a day rather than alternating? This was along with a few other requests of upload more often. And if very, very long-term fans of mine will realise that at one point I did upload a lot of videos. I uploaded videos, constantly, pretty much. I had 3 Let's Plays going on at once at one point. I was doing Lands of Lore 2, Albion, and Stonekeep, and I just burnt out. I completely burnt out, and I was uploading so much and compressing and recording so much, it just took so much out of me, I just actually stopped uploading for a whole month. Or 2, I don't even remember, it was just like, pfft, gone. And when I came back, I was just like, I'm going to plow through each game individually, and then I'm not going to do that again. And for a while, I uploaded 2 videos of a game a day. And then, eventually, it went to 1 video of a game a day. Purely because it meant I could more consistently do videos. I mean, I'd rather do videos well, and not do many, than, like, regurgitate videos and then be terrible. And ultimately, doing it the way I do and uploading it and alternating it means I have a backlog of videos to fall back on if I, for some reason, can't record anything. Or if and it gives me time to think about what to play next, and I just record and compress and upload daily, and it means that I'm not spending my entire day uploading and compressing and recording, and I do other things. So, it's not that I can't, it's that I really don't think I should. I mean, I do extra videos sometimes because the mood strikes me to record, but it's not a given. I mean, I don't have a huge backlog of videos. I may have a week, sometimes 2, tops, and that's it. That's all I have. Once they are gone, I'm a bit stuck, and I need to do some more videos, or else I don't have any more. On a same note, when people mention things to me sometimes about videos, I do apologise. If it looks like I'm ignoring you, I'm not. It's just the fact that most of the time I've either figured it out in a future video, or I've gone beyond the point where the information is valid to me. Like, I have progressed beyond that stage in the game, and I don't need that information anymore. Do you ever plan on making a Steam group? No, not really, I'm afraid. Steam groups, even Facebook, really. I know that my Facebook fan page is moderated pretty much by other people. That's because I'm really not one of the people that goes and makes a Steam page and actively engages like that. It's just really something about how I am and how I do things, and I just like to... when I'm playing games, I just like to play games, and if I have loads of people talking to me on Steam at the same time, naturally it kind of interrupts that. But if you want to make a Steam group, I'm not going to stop you from making a Steam group, so you can get together and talk about my Let's Plays, but it's just not what I do. I mean, I use Twitter. I've started using Twitter more. I mean, it's convenient for me to just use Twitter and just post up and that, hey, I'm doing X or I'm doing Y. That's convenient for me. It is a tricky question to answer, but yeah, I probably won't be making any kind of Steam group, I'm afraid. But someone else can make one. I mean, they probably already have. Which means I'm one step behind, as usual. What would you say is the worst comment response you have gotten over the years? There were 2, actually, both from Albion, oddly enough, which is a very old one. We're going back a long way there. One of them said that he looked up West Bromwich Albion, which is a football team, and it got to me, and what the F? And it's like, I just looked at it, thought about it for a while, and thought, so you didn't think of checking this to make sure that you had got the right thing? I mean, you must have seen the thumbnail was a video game, and yet you still clicked it, and it wasn't what you wanted, and then you complain to me. The game is called Albion. Thus, when I put Let's Play Albion, I will mean that I'm playing the game Albion. I mean, what do you want me to do? Call it something else and then no one will find it? it just struck me as a very peculiar comment from a man who really didn't know what was going on with the video in general. The other one was also from Albion. Someone said this game has shitty graphs, not better than Xbox. Crappy graphs, actually, it was. Crappy graphs. I thought I was quoting him there, but I've checked the comment now, and it's crappy graphs. Yeah, the game has crappy graphs, apparently. I didn't know Albion was used for mathematical formulas and solving things, but apparently it has crappy graphs. Who would have thought it? And that just strange way of saying that the game looks terrible, but without actually using proper grammar, was just interesting. And I looked him up. I mean, it wasn't a man whose English wasn't his first language. English was definitely his first language. He was British. English, specifically. I think he put himself down as like Liverpool or Birmingham or something. And he just couldn't say that the game was awful. He just completely failed at it, and it was just funny to me. Then again, that's me. Next question. What was the most enjoyable of your Let's Plays? Ooh, it's never an easy question to answer, because I enjoy most of them. I really enjoyed Lands of Lore. Lands of Lore was, after all, my first Let's Play. I enjoyed that one a lot. Tricky. Pretty much, I think so. I like most of them, but if you want to desperately put me in a corner and demand an answer from me, I don't know. People ask what your favourite Let's Play is, and I don't know, because it's like when people ask what your favourite game is, which will be coming up. I don't know. I don't know what my favourite game is. I played so many games and enjoyed so many games. Ask me what my favourite game is or my favourite Let's Play, I just don't know. I mean, it sounds like a cop-out. It really isn't. I just don't know. There it is. Didn't want to get stuck outside with horrible creepers and everything. I need to blow up my brains. Okay. Next step, we do that, and we put that in there, and we're good to go. Next question. Do you feel well about the way you combine your channel with the other activities like job and family? Have you set up a schedule for playing, recording, and publishing? Yes, I have. Either on a Monday or a Tuesday, I tend to record all of my videos for the week, and I compress them all at the same time after they're done, and then I upload them. That is pretty much how I do that. Generally, that's pretty much all I do. I mean, I don't... If I have spare time to record things and I want to, I will, but work tends to take precedence, family takes precedence. If there's an event that's going on and I need to record a different day, I will, because that's more important. This is a hobby in the end, and your hobby is not your life. It's important to remember that. Was there any point in your LPing career that you generally considered giving up on Let's Playing in general? Only really that time when I burned out, but I never really considered giving up. I just sort of went, yeah, and then I got back into it, and I never thought of not doing it. I keep doing it. What do you think? What do people think of your hobby? Gamers can understand that I play games. They're not quite... Some of them aren't entirely sure about the putting commentary to it and uploading it. And some people who don't play games don't understand why people watch it. But people are generally sympathetic to it and understand that it's a hobby I do. And when I tell them how many subscribers I have, when they ask, they're usually impressed. So they say, well, clearly people do want to watch this stuff. How do you pick games for your next LP? I usually have an idea. I have a list of things that I will consider. Sometimes a game will take my fancy that comes out or I discover, but the internet is my friend there. eBay is my friend when I want to get a hold of them, and recommendations and looking into things in my memory, really. That's pretty much the only things I consult when it comes to figuring out things like that. Do you have someone watch while you Let's Play? No. I pretty much LP by myself. No one here, no pets. Sometimes people will come in if there's mail or something. But no, pretty much solitary. Nobody watches me while I do it. Are there any games that you wanted to record for some reason and you couldn't? There have been many and I can't remember them, but one is a PC game called Cyclones. And it just gets to level 2 and it just doesn't work. I mean, I could record it without the CD version, but then you don't get the terrible FMV cutscenes and the awesome music. Why do terrible games have awesome music? But there are many games that through sound or compression or just coming out poorly, I've not done. I've just not done them. If there was anything you could do different in some early Let's Plays, what would it be? I wouldn't. I mean, I did them as I did them at the time, and maybe in some of my Mega Drive games I would have done less save stating. I tend not to save state on camera. If I need to save state, I will generally pause the video and come back when I've actually succeeded. It was a bit messy back then, so yeah, that's probably the only thing I'd change. Did you ever expect to become well known for your Let's Plays? No. No way did I expect to become well known for them. I just did it for the fun of it and for people to watch videos. The fact that so many people love it and want to view and tell other people is brilliant. And I'm glad that you all decide that you like it. Never expected it to become this big. How long will you continue Let's Playing? As long as I find it enjoyable. It's always been the criteria. As long as I enjoy Let's Playing and uploading videos, I will continue doing it. If I ever really start to stop enjoy doing it, if it gets to the point where it becomes like work and it becomes tedious and a chore, I will stop. Because it will show in my videos and I won't be enjoying it and you won't enjoy it. And it would just be better for me to stop at that point. Will I ever stream? Probably not. I like the fact that I just record videos and upload them, and then I can just go do other things. With streaming, you're very much on demand, and I'm not really a fan of being on demand. It's nothing against any of you guys. If I was a person that loved streaming, I'm sure I'd be doing it all of the time, but I just don't feel like I want to stream. I mean, it's just not my thing. If my mind changes and I do want to stream at some point, I most certainly will, but at the moment, no, I don't see myself streaming at all. Let me just get my phone one moment. I'm expecting an important call, so phone goes there. Okay. How do you keep... what's your favourite and least favourite thing about your fans? Ooh. Favourite thing about my fans is that you keep watching and enjoying my videos. Pretty much, you enjoy it, and you like it, and you find it in music. Some of the really funny things is you guys will come up with jokes after I've recorded that are better than the jokes I say. Which is, pretty awesome. I do enjoy that you'll come up with fantastic jokes that I never even considered. Least favourite thing about your fans? Probably the only thing would be when people suggest that I Let's Play games, or some people are really insistent on certain games, and I'm not a fan of that. Because sometimes I've said I won't do it, and then I keep getting asked. That's pretty much it. How do you keep so calm and not shout and rant during a Let's Play? It's just how I am. I mean, I don't shout or rant or anything like that. I'm just calm when I play games. If I wanted to get angry at things, I'd go get angry at something else. But this is something I do to enjoy and wind down and relax. And sometimes I get frustrated with a game, but that's usually because the game's being annoying and terrible. But I'm not going to start swearing out a string of cuss words just because I got killed in a game. I mean, no. Is it daytime yet? Nope, still night. How do you deal or respond with persistent fans who bug and prod you to constantly upload videos or play certain games? Well, to answer the first question, I do constantly upload videos daily. So, play certain games, I'll take games under advisement, and generally just do what I want to do. Oh, let's not go outside. That was a poor idea. And generally just do games that I want to do. And if they don't want me to do them, oh well. I do what I want to play, and if people like it, that's good. What things do you consider important for a Let's Play to be good? Good. A good Let's Play, I mean, the game isn't important, okay? The game isn't important. You have to be entertaining, informative, or interesting. Like, or any of the combination. I mean, I've played some really terrible games, but the Let's Plays are good, according to some people, because I'm funny, or because I show things they haven't seen before, and thus they enjoy it. And as long as people enjoy what you're doing, then that's the important thing, isn't it? So if I enjoy watching a Let's Player, he's a good Let's Player. I mean, he may be terrible at the game, and I'm sure I'm terrible at games sometimes, but as long as he enjoys what he's doing, and is interesting and entertaining, then it's all good. Do you have any hints for new Let's Players? I get a lot of people asking me this, and I have only a few very basic hints. Be yourself. Do games you want to do, and just enjoy it. As long as you're enjoying Let's Playing, you can't lose. You can't lose. You can't lose at all if you enjoy Let's Playing and you keep uploading videos. It doesn't matter if nobody watches. As long as you enjoy doing what you do, you've won. So just be yourself. Be yourself, play what you want to play, and if people don't like it, they don't have to watch. People don't like what games you're doing, but be prepared to take criticism. Constructive criticism is good. Be prepared to take it, be prepared to take it on board, and if you can improve from it, and then act on it. And then you will do well. I've got no magic pill on how to solve everything, but that's a good way to do it. What is your stance on doing collabs with lesser known YouTubers? My general stance with collabs in general is you really need to be my friend to do it. I mean, I only really collab with friends. I don't tend to collab with random people. If you're my friend and you want to collab, you're much more likely to be accepted than if you're just someone else. So, if you're my friend, we collab. If you're not, it's not very likely, unfortunately. Sorry, everyone. Do you like LPing is the final one in this part? No, I hate it more than everything. Everything in the world, I despite... Okay, actually, I mean, yes, I do enjoy Let's Playing. As I said, if I didn't enjoy Let's Playing, I wouldn't be Let's Playing. So, folks, that is the first section of the Q&A. When we come back, game-specific questions. And oh my, do we have a lot of game-specific questions to go through. So, until then, folks, I'll catch you later. See you then.